Welcome, everyone. Today, we will explore nursing leadership and management, focusing on Chapter 17 from Cherry and Jacob texts. This is Professor Osorio, and I'm excited to guide you through key concepts essential to your professional development as future nurse leaders and managers. Let's get started. By the end of this session, you will learn the following outcomes. As nurses, leadership and management are just as important as clinical care. You will be expected to grow in both areas to succeed in today's healthcare environment. We'll dive into essential concepts to help you grow and develop your leadership potential. Leadership is not just about holding a formal title, it's about influencing others, whether it's your patients, colleagues, or entire teams, to achieve common goals. Remember, great leaders guide people towards success even without formal authority. Management, on the other hand, is about coordinating resources that includes time, people, and supplies to meet specific outcomes. Unlike leadership, management comes with a formal position and clear accountability. I spent over 5 years as a nursing director, and let me tell you, I don't see myself doing that job again. While I really enjoyed training staff, especially nurses and CNAs, the job consumed my life and I struggled to find a balance. Looking back, I realized I may have been a bit naive, which contributed to my burnout. Being in nursing management requires resilience, consistency, and a willingness to dedicate a lot of your time, especially as a salaried employee. I enjoyed it when I was in my late 20s, but now having a better work-life balance is a priority for me, which was hard to achieve in a leadership role. That said, I know many nursing leaders who thrive in management and love what they do. It really shows. I have a lot of respect for them, but it's not for me anymore. Still, I encourage you to give it a try. You might find it's a great fit for you. In management, authority is the legitimate right to direct others, whereas power is about influencing others to get things done, even without formal authority. Let me explain these types of power in the context of nursing leadership and management. Reward power is based on the ability to give rewards to others. In a nursing or management context, it could include offering praise, promotions, or other forms of positive reinforcement for good performance. Coercive power is the ability to punish or enforce consequences if expectations or rules are not followed. It might involve disciplinary actions or negative feedback. This type of power can motivate compliance, but often leads to negative feelings if overused. Legitimate power comes from a formal position of authority within an organization. As a manager or director, this is the type of power you're granted through your job title, giving you the right to make decisions and give orders. Referent power is the type of power that stems from the respect, admiration, or affection others have for you. Leaders with referent power influence others because people want to be associated with them or follow their example. Expert power comes from having specialized knowledge or skills in a particular area. In nursing, this could relate to clinical expertise, where others follow your guidance because of your proven experience and knowledge. Informational power is the ability to control or access valuable information that others need. Leaders can influence decisions by selectively sharing or withholding information that others rely on. Connection power is based on a leader's networks and relationships within and outside the organization. Being connected to influential people can enhance a leader's ability to get things done or secure resources. So all these types of power help leaders and managers guide and influence their teams, each having its own strengths and limitations. Ideally, effective leaders use a combination of these powers based on the situation and their team's needs. Which one do you think you would use most in your role as a nurse? Now, let's look at leadership trait theory. This theory suggests that certain qualities like intelligence, energy, and decisiveness are inherent in leaders. However, modern leadership also acknowledges that these traits can be developed. Transformational leadership focuses on inspiring and motivating others. These leaders create a shared vision, empower their teams, and achieve higher levels of satisfaction and effectiveness. Do you see yourself as someone who could inspire a team? In nursing, where teamwork is highly valued by both coworkers and patients, the ability to inspire others to collaborate effectively is crucial. A strong leader in this setting fosters a sense of unity and mutual respect among the team, ensuring that each member feels supported and valued. By promoting open communication, setting clear goals, and recognizing individual contributions, a nurse leader can motivate the team to work cohesively, improving both patient outcomes and job satisfaction. In this way, the leader not only guides the team, but also creates an environment where collaboration thrives, ultimately enhancing the quality of care provided. Transactional leaders focus on day-to-day tasks, rewarding or correcting staff as needed. Other management styles we are going to talk about are authoritarian, democratic, and laissez-faire, and each have their strengths and weaknesses. In authoritarian style leadership, the leader makes all decisions without staff input, and they use their authority to accomplish goals. This approach can be effective in urgent situations where quick decisions are necessary, but it can lead to low staff morale if overused. An example of authoritarian leadership style in nursing would be something like if there was an influx of trauma cases, the manager directs one nurse to focus solely on triage, another to handle bed management, and a third and a fourth nurse to focus on assisting physicians with procedures. The nurse manager doesn't solicit feedback or suggestions from the team, as the situation requires rapid decision making to stabilize the patients. While this leadership style might not encourage collaboration, it is often necessary in high stakes, time sensitive situations like emergency care, where swift, decisive actions are crucial for patient safety and survival. Democratic or participative style of leadership is when a leader encourages staff to be involved in goal setting and problem solving and decision making. This style fosters collaboration and higher job satisfaction as team members feel valued and empowered. It's often the preferred approach in team-oriented settings like healthcare. When I was working as a director of nursing in a subacute care facility, I often adopted a democratic leadership style. For instance, when developing a new patient care policy, I'd gather input from multiple sources, nurses, patients, and their families. I held meetings with the nursing staff to discuss how the policy might impact daily routines. I also solicited feedback from patients to ensure their needs and preferences were considered and balance these inputs within the facility's financial goals and with the state's regulatory standards. In this collaborative approach, nurses felt empowered to share their perspectives, which helped improve both patient satisfaction and staff morale. Although I had to ensure that the facility met state survey regulations and financial objectives, the input I received from the team and stakeholders played a crucial role in shaping decisions that benefited both the organization and the patients. In laissez-faire style leadership, the leader provides little to no direction and typically avoids decision making. While this style can promote autonomy for highly skilled and self-motivated teams, it can result in a lack of structure and guidance, potentially leading to poor performance or confusion. In healthcare, where patient safety and outcomes are at stake, it can be challenging to implement an effective laissez-faire leadership style. This approach involves minimal supervision, gives staff a high degree of autonomy, which can work well in certain environments where teams are highly skilled, self-sufficient, and motivated. However, in most healthcare settings, the complexity of patient care and the need for immediate critical decision making require more structure and oversight. In healthcare, the risks associated with a laissez-faire style leadership are heightened because any lack of direction or timely intervention can lead to errors, miscommunication, or compromised patient safety. While experienced and knowledgeable nurses might be able to work independently, even the most capable teams benefit from guidance. Also, they could benefit from support and ongoing communication to ensure the highest standards of care. That's why leadership styles like democratic or transformational, which combine guidance with input from the team, are often more effective in healthcare environments. They provide the necessary structure while also fostering teamwork, professional development, and shared responsibility for patient outcomes. It is important to note, however, that leaders and managers may need to shift between these styles depending on the situation. They have to consider team dynamics and the organizational goals as well. A flexible approach allows for the best outcomes in different scenarios. Effective leaders need three key skills. First is technical skills, because clinical expertise is essential and is crucial for a nurse leader, particularly when other nurses look to you as the expert in the field. Being knowledgeable not only enhances your credibility, but also makes you a valuable resource for your team. Nurses often seek validation and guidance from leaders with strong clinical backgrounds, especially when navigating complex patient care scenarios, right? Your ability to provide accurate information, mentor others, and make informed decisions helps foster trust and ensures high standards of care within the team. This expertise strengthens your leadership, creating a supportive environment where team members feel confident and empowered. Second is human skills. As a nurse leader, understanding and working with people, your human skills are just as essential as your technical and conceptual skills. The ability to connect with others on a personal level is at the heart of nursing and is a key part of what makes us the caring professionals we are known to be. This skill allows you to build trust, foster teamwork, and create a supportive environment where both patients and staff feel valued and understood. By leveraging your human skills, you not only guide your team, but also exemplify the compassion that is core to our profession. Lastly is conceptual skills. The conceptual skills of a nursing leader involve the ability to see the bigger picture within the healthcare system. These skills allow leaders to understand how various parts of the organization and external factors interact and how their decisions affect not just their immediate team, but the broader healthcare environment. Having strong conceptual skills enables a leader to strategize effectively, anticipate challenges, and ensure that their actions align with the overall goals of the organization. The, this vision is essential for driving innovation, improving patient care, and navigating the complexities of modern healthcare systems. Weber's theory of bureaucracy emphasizes structured rules in an organization, while systems theory considers how different parts of an organization interact. A newer approach, chaos theory, acknowledges the unpredictable nature of healthcare systems, which is the world we live in. So, which of these do you think best applies to modern nursing management? Here is a sample question, and go through this in your own time, but the answer is B, closed systems. Because closed system theory incorporates the belief that the organization should not be contaminated by outside influences. A is incorrect because with an open system, internal and external forces are mutually influential, resulting in change. C is incorrect because chaos theory is based on the belief that because of the complexity of healthcare systems, expected variations occur and have to be managed. However, in this case, the administrator is not considering appropriate options for managing an undesirable variation. D is incorrect because participative theory encourages staff input in decision making, and in this case, the administrator is making all the decisions. The five primary functions of nursing management are planning, organization, staffing, directing, and controlling. Each plays a critical role in ensuring smooth operations and effective patient care. In these next slides, we'll explore each function in detail. Planning is about setting goals, organizing establishes a clear structure. Staffing ensures the right people are in the right roles, and directing involves guiding and motivating your team. Planning is fundamental part of nurse management that involves deciding in advance what needs to be done, how, when, and where it should happen, and who will be responsible for each task. All management functions such as organizing, staffing, and directing are built upon this planning foundation. The key components of planning include mission and philosophy because these form the guiding principles of the organization. Strategic planning, it focuses on long-term goals, typically covering a period of 3 to 5 years. Goals and objective, these outline the necessary actions to achieve the strategic plan. Operational planning as well, because this encompasses the everyday activities of the organization and ensuring that daily tasks align with broader strategic goals. Organizing in nurse management involves establishing a formal structure that defines the lines of authority, communication, and decision-making processes within the organization. This structure ensures that everyone understands their roles and responsibilities at all levels of management and staff. Key tasks in organizing include defining clear roles and responsibilities for staff and management, coordinating activities across different departments to ensure collaboration, facilitating effective communication to maintain a smooth and efficient workflow. This structured approach helps to streamline operations and to ensure that organizational goals are met effectively. Staffing in nurse management involves several key responsibilities that ensure the organization has the right personnel in place to meet patient care needs. You want to determine your staffing needs by assessing the number and type of staff required for efficient operations. Once you conduct interviews, recruit, select, and assign the appropriate personnel, you want to get them through orientation and training. This will help them to adjust and develop within the organization. And then you want to implement continuous staff development programs to enhance skills and professional growth. You also want to implement scheduling strategies that meet both the organization's needs and accommodate staff work-life balance, because who's to say that they'll stay with you if you are very inflexible in scheduling? Effective staffing is essential for maintaining a high level of patient care and team satisfaction. Although when I was the nursing director, staffing was the main factor driving burnout for myself, along with managing budgets, planning for contingencies, organizing resources, and updating policies. The daily management of staff was extremely draining. About 10 years ago, there was a significant nursing shortage, and I found myself competing with larger employers to retain staff. Additionally, life events like family commitments and pregnancies meant that my staff often needed extended time off, making it even more challenging to maintain adequate staffing levels. I often had to step in to cover shifts both day and night alongside my nursing supervisors and assistant director. Although this was exhausting, it provided valuable insight into the unit's daily operations and highlighted areas for improvement. I learned what needed to be adjusted in our processes and began to appreciate working directly on the units. Through this hands-on approach, I built stronger connections with my team and gained a deeper understanding of their working conditions. It allowed me to genuinely say I understand because I had been in their shoes, embodying a participative leadership style, right? Over time, with proper staff training and support, I was able to significantly reduce staff turnover from 30% to less than 5%. However, the effort took a toll on me, and after 5 years, I decided to return to bedside nursing and teaching, where my true passion lies. As leaders, clear communication and positive reinforcement are key. Recognize good performance and be a role model for expected behaviors. Positive feedback should be specific and timely to have the great impact. Controlling means ensuring that goals are met while maintaining high quality performance. It involves setting standards, measuring performance, and making corrective action when necessary. Once you start working, a good organization will offer opportunities to participate in work engagement surveys. These surveys allow you to express what your ideal working environment would look like. For example, where I work, we conduct these surveys annually and we take them very seriously. Through these surveys, we've communicated our educational and training needs, address workplace safety and staffing concerns, and highlight work engagement issues such as employee recognition and opportunities for clinical ladder advancements. These efforts keep your nursing management and leadership accountable to your success as a nurse. A good workplace will also give you the chance to review and rate your own performance, which is then evaluated by your manager. This process often determines raises. As a working nurse, it's important to keep track of your achievements, new skills you've mastered, and how you've improved your performance. Don't go into your annual performance review empty-handed. Documenting these accomplishments can often lead to monetary rewards. For instance, I renew my clinical ladder for distinction every year, which is the highest level for a bedside nurse, etc. And it comes with a $3,500 annual bonus. This simply requires me to fill out paperwork as I consistently engage in teaching and precepting. I maintain my certifications and participate in community work, as well as in nursing organizations and hospital committees. While it may sound like a lot, it's essentially what you're already doing as a dedicated nurse. So, what has the greatest influence on a healthcare organization's success? Is it effective protocols, clear goals, or human skills? The correct answer is clear goals because they give direction to the entire team. B is correct because clearly stated goals and objectives that are measurable, observable, and realistic are necessary to achieve the strategic plan and contribute to the success of the organization. A is incorrect because although effective protocols increase efficiency and effectiveness, the goal and objectives must first be established so team members realize what they are working to meet. C is incorrect because the transactional leader who is committed to the day-to-day operations of the organization must be able to clearly identify the organization's goals and objectives to be successful. And D is incorrect because human skills represent the ability to work with people in an effective leadership role. Although human skills are important to the success of any organization, leaders must first be able to conceptualize the organization's goals and objectives if they are to work effectively with people. Patient satisfaction is now directly tied to hospital performance. The HCAHPS survey evaluates hospitals based on several factors, including communication with nurses and doctors, pain management, and the overall cleanliness of the hospital. I remember when HCAPS first became a big focus and my hospital survey revealed that patients identified noise levels during the night shift as one of the biggest barriers to their healing. It was also a major reason for low scores on their overall hospital experience. Even though my hospital at the time was one of the first magnet hospitals in the country, truly one of the best in my opinion. We consistently scored low on patient satisfaction because our unit was too noisy at night. To address this, we implemented quiet rounding during the night shift. The hospital dimmed the lights, and nurses received training on using softer voices and learning how to modulate their volume. This was just one example of how many hospital initiatives are driven by feedback from HCAP surveys. These patient satisfaction scores can really shape how hospitals approach improvements in care and the overall patient experience. As nurse managers, you'll wear many hats. You'll need to be a team builder, a resource manager, a decision maker, and a change agent. You'll also act as a clinical consultant, mentor, and supporter of your organization's mission. I believe that even as students, you've likely already gained an appreciation for the many hats we wear as nurses. I hope this feels more encouraging than intimidating, as it shows just how versatile and impactful the nursing profession can be. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, and the diverse roles we play make nursing both dynamic and rewarding. In addition to core management functions, a nurse leader is responsible for various other essential roles that support both staff and organizational goals. They serve as clinical consultants. They act as a resource for clinical expertise, providing advice and guidance based on evidence-based practice. They also serve as role models by demonstrating excellence in nursing practice and professionalism, setting an example for the team. They are the main staff developer. Well, we of course have hospital educators, but we always look to our leaders first. As staff developers, they facilitate learning opportunities and training to promote personal and professional growth of all staff members. They are your mentors. They provide support and guidance to new nurses, helping them integrate into the team and develop their skills. They are also change agents. They lead and manage changes within the organization, ensuring that transitions are planned, gradual, and involve staff input, well, hopefully. They are also corporate supporters because they promote and uphold the mission, goals, visions, and objectives of the healthcare organization, acting as a professional representative. These additional duties help foster a positive, supportive environment that encourages continuous improvement, staff satisfaction, and high quality patient care. Now, switching gears, unfortunately, bullying can occur in healthcare. It's critical to recognize and address it immediately. As future leaders, it will be your responsibility to create a caring, respectful work environment where bullying is not tolerated. The old cliche of nurses eating their young unfortunately still exists today, but you can truly see the difference when working for a good organization where nurses have built a more collaborative and supportive environment for each other. The support and camaraderie I've experienced in most of the hospitals I've worked in have encouraged me to pay it forward, and I encourage you to do the same. When nurses support one another, rather than tear each other down, we inadvertently contribute to better patient outcomes. In my current unit, the CVS ICU, etc., which is incredibly busy and high acuity patients, I've seen very few instances of bullying. When I did witness one, it was addressed immediately, and the nurse is no longer with us. Our unit as a team has chosen to maintain a non-bullying environment where we confront bad behaviors and model good behavior for each other. I often hear patients express admiration for how cohesive and friendly we are as a team in both the CVS ICU at Sutter and the neurosurgical ICU at Kaiser, where I work. When we work together with mutual respect, it creates an environment where both staff and patients thrive. Bullying in the workplace, also known as lateral violence or disruptive behaviors, can take many forms, including blaming someone without reason or giving unfair criticism, using abusive or inappropriate language, being the subject of false or harmful gossip, verbal aggression aimed at intimidating or belittling others, using offensive language to demean a colleague, being given less desirable work that is different from what colleagues receive, putting someone down or embarrassing them in front of others. These behaviors harm both the individual and the workplace, lowering morale and productivity, and compromising patient safety. Addressing and preventing bullying is a key responsibility of nurse leaders. The consequences of bullying in the workplace are severe and far reaching. Bullying can lead to poor physical health, feelings of self-blame, reduced self-esteem, and withdrawal from work. It causes distress, low morale, and a toxic work environment among other staff members. Bullying results in lower productivity and increased costs due to absenteeism, turnover, and decreased efficiency. Bullying also raises concerns about patient safety and the overall quality of care provided. Nurse leaders must take responsibility to stop bullying in the workplace, fostering a culture of respect and support. Steps to address bullying by individuals. To effectively address bullying, individuals should recognize that bullying is happening, understand that the victim is not to blame and is not the source of the problem, acknowledge that bullying is about control and is not a reflection of the victim's performance. Document the incidents of bullying, including dates, times, locations, what was said or done, and witnesses. And gather evidence that contradicts the bully's accusations to defend against false claims. These steps help to protect the victim and create a record for addressing the bullying in an organized and effective manner. To prevent bullying, organizations must have zero tolerance policies, encourage reporting, and enforce a code of conduct. As leaders, you'll play a vital role in ensuring a respectful workplace. Zero tolerance for bullying, along with professionalism training, are standard parts of your hospital's onboarding process and mandatory ongoing training. These initiatives ensure that a respectful and supportive environment is maintained across all teams, fostering collaboration and better patient care. By emphasizing these values from the start, hospitals create a culture where every staff member is held accountable for contributing to a positive and professional workplace. That brings us to the end of our presentation. Are there any questions? I encourage you to reflect on how these leadership and management principles will shape your nursing practice. Please always approach me with questions, send me a text, send me an email. And I thank you. I hope you have a great rest of your day.